Hello, so I actually just started recording this video, but I forgot to plug my mic in, so it's okay, I only got a minute in. I actually wanted to make a video quite a bit earlier than this, which is now 12:05 at night. I've been talking to my friend on Facebook about some deep stuff, and yeah, I've had a good conversation with her. Yeah. So I came to a lot of big realizations today, like pretty profound ones, and it actually took kind of a toll on my mental well-being, if I could say it like that. But right now I'm feeling really happy. Like I've had a really good week. You know when you just have them weeks where you're like, nothing can crush you, nothing can stop you. It's like one of them weeks for me. And not in like an egotistical way or anything like that, just in like a way that other people's actions really don't affect you at all. And you're like, you really don't care about what people think about you, and that sort of way. So yeah, I've been doing really good with that. Anyway, I'm gonna get into the topic of the video, which has got something to do with psychedelics, but not in the sense that today I've taken a psychedelic drug and had this profound experience, because it's nothing like that. I haven't done psychedelics in a little while. Yeah, so a lot of people think, I'm going to say the more inexperienced users, which probably isn't a good term because you can be inexperienced but have a lot of knowledge of the topic. But inexperienced, let's just say that. Actually, I'm going to change inexperienced to uneducated users of psychedelics, which is pretty much what I used to be at the start of my drug journey. I said it. So when you take a psychedelic, it gives you profound, it has the potential to give you profound life-changing, life-altering effects. And what a lot of people don't realise is, yes, you can have a lot of trips and a lot of profound trips in a short space of time, and for a few months after that you're going to be feeling absolutely on top of the world, or maybe under the world, depending on what sort of trip you've had and how they've affected your personality. But that's not sustainable, and that's what I've came to find out, because I thought I had the answers, I thought I knew it all, I thought, this is it, I've changed my life forever. But then you start going downhill slightly, and you're like, well, what the hell is happening? Do I have to go take more of these drugs? Do I have to re-enter the psychedelic realm and journey through the depths of my mind to find out what's going on here? The answer is no, you don't. If you've had enough psychedelic trips and they haven't worked for you so far, then what's more going to do? Like, isn't the definition of insanity doing the same thing and expecting different results? So you've got to find a new way to look at it. You're like, okay, I've had these experiences, so now how can I learn to integrate them into my everyday life? And the integration process does not happen overnight. Like, I'm saying this, I'm not going to include my last trip because that was an accident. That was kind of a mistake. But I guess it could be included. But let's say since I was fully experiencing psychedelic magic, that was over a year ago. Was it? Yeah, 2015. Yeah, throughout 2015, we're almost at the end of 2016 right now. So, yeah, over a year ago, I've had all these, I'm going to say around about 25-30 psychedelic trips. And I still haven't fully integrated all of the things from those trips, which I thought I had, or hadn't looked into it enough, or I hadn't had the right circumstance pop up in my life where I realised, shit, this isn't over. This is like, I'm still on the boat, I'm still down the rabbit hole, I'm still on the journey. So yeah, don't rest on your laurels. Your journey's never over, you never make it anywhere. As soon as you do that, as soon as you think you've made it, that's when you start going down again. Because you're never stationary in life, you're constantly going up and down and up and down. It's like a roller coaster, so just don't think you've ever made it anywhere, because you haven't. That's when things will start going wrong. Yeah. So today, I was in a philosophy lesson actually, and this was actually the reason. Actually, I'm going to explain first in a coherent order so it doesn't sound like I'm talking gobbledygook, which I probably am, but that's okay. So I was actually in a philosophy lesson today with my classmates and my philosophy teacher, and we were talking about religious experiences, and I didn't take this in a religious way because I wouldn't classify myself as a religious person. I took it in sort of a spiritual way, like, right, I understand this shit. I've been on this journey. I've had most of these experiences we're talking about, so let's get into this. Let's listen. Let's make some good remarks and have some nice class conversations. And yeah, that happened. And for this conversation that we were having in class, this is the reason I took philosophy in the first place. This is what made me want to do philosophy. This is what got me interested in it. Like the whole thought process of it, and it's actually something that I can relate to in a way. It's something it's something that I've experienced. It's not like Plato or Aristotle talking about the theory of the forms or like things like that. It's something real to me, something I can actually resonate with on a deeper level because I've been through it and I've got the experience and knowledge behind it to be able to sort of have a deeper understanding of it. And I'm not gonna lie, because I've made a few videos kind of recently, yeah, about a month ago, saying I've sort of lost my spiritual aspect in myself. I've sort of buried it. It's sort of like floated away and stuff, and I don't know. And today that sort of all turned upside down, let's say. So we were sat talking, and I was thinking about all these experiences. It's like it arose all these thoughts and emotions and memories to the surface, and I was like getting a bit overwhelmed with it all. And I don't know. I felt calm. I was just breathing. I was like, this is good. This is a good lesson to be in. And then, at one point, as everyone was just talking, like giving their views and everything, I was like, holy shit, this is insignificant. Life's insignificant. Life doesn't have a meaning. We're just specks on this planet expected to act in a certain way. And then I was like, I don't want to be a part of the system. I don't want to get a mainstream job. And then this is when it clicked that I want to live in a van. When I'm older, I want to live in a van for a little while. It's so weird because every time I go to talk about it now, it's like, I notice things about it. I don't even know, how have I even explained it? I don't think words can do it justice. I'm just going to keep describing the situation anyway. A little bit more about the physical rather than the mental thought sides of things. So obviously I had this revelation about the insignificance of life, and I actually drew a picture about it, so I'm going to show you that. I drew that when I got home. And I don't know how well it shows up on here. So life is insignificant, drew some trippy drawings, blurred lines, reality. And wrote some weird stuff on it. Change the way you perceive the world and the world around you changes. I've always liked that quote. Yeah, so back to the story. So I was sat in this philosophy lesson and I couldn't Like, what does it mean to be normal? What does it mean? Like, why should we have to act in a certain way and like be a certain way around people? Like, why is crazy crazy? And I'm not sure, but my friend told me I went a little bit crazy today. Like, I don't know, I was telling her some of the background story. I don't know what's happened. My computer's popped something up. Anyway, I started laughing like a lot, but for some reason, I think it was around about life being insignificant or something. But I laughed so much, and then I started crying because life was insignificant. But I was happy, and then I was confused and happy, and feeling all this ambiguity within myself. It was so strange. So pretty much when I started laughing, the teacher turned around and she was like, "Are you okay, Steph?" And I was like, having this massive, I don't know if you call it an existential crisis. I don't know. So I went outside. I went outside the classroom. There was people just stood out there, and I just walked out laughing my ass off about something which was so insignificant. I don't know. It was just so funny. But I was having such a profound experience. It was all, I don't know, I don't want to say flashback to a psychedelic experience, but that's all it felt like. I think I was, because when I was, this is my psychedelic years, or my psychedelic experiences, that's what made me start to think of these things. So by thinking of these things forcefully in a classroom environment, it sort of made me think about the psychedelics. And we were actually talking about drugs in the lesson as well. I can't remember the man's name, but he was a drug experimenter, and he, I don't know, had a lot of strange experiences. So yeah, drugs can induce spiritual experiences, I guess. I don't know what else to say about it. Anyway, the lesson finished and June came over to me, and we had an exam prior to that conversation, pretty much about the cosmological theory, which we just finished that topic, and pretty much about God and who created the universe and David Hume and things like that. And she's like, came up to me like after both the lessons had finished, the exam and the religious lesson, and said, "You seem to have done a lot better in this lesson, Steph. Like, you seem to have enjoyed it more." And I don't know whether she was talking about the exam or the thing, so I asked her, and she told me it was the exam, and I was like, "Oh yeah." I just sat there smiling the whole time. I didn't really do. I read half a paragraph because I don't know. It kind of been that lesson that triggered the whole insignificant thing, because I've just been chilling out of college. I haven't been caring. Like, why should I care? It's just gonna put me into the capitalist society. I don't know. So anyway, she asked me if I was enjoying it a bit more, and I was like, I was trying to explain something to her. I was like, but the exam doesn't matter, does it? Because it's just gonna get me in the system. And she was like, "What are you talking about?" And I don't know. I just said, well, the exam, it's just like, it's gonna get me a job in the system, and I don't want that. And she's like, she didn't know what I was talking about, and I just started laughing a lot and crying at the same time. Like, I was having such a weird experience. It was almost like I was on drugs, but I wasn't. It was so strange. So anyway, I went out to meet my friends, and I was still like laughing, and I just walked ahead of them, like, and went outside, and I was just looking around, like, was like I was being born again into the world as you feel on psychedelic drugs, but I wasn't. I think it was like it was something that triggered it off that made me realise or made me integrate something from a previous experience into my life. And I know I've integrated something and I don't know what it is, but I feel better, I feel happier, I feel more me, and I have been doing for the past week, as I said at the start of the video. But I don't know, I had a moment of insanity, I guess you could call it, if you want to say that. There's actually another aspect to the story which I don't really want to talk about, because not at this point anyway. I don't know why. So I'm just gonna talk about it. I hope she doesn't. June, if you're watching this video, don't take this personally. It's all inside my head. Right, June's my philosophy teacher, by the way. Pretty much, I was starting a lesson and I started to think, my philosophy teacher is the devil. She is the demon itself. Not like a form of it, but she is it. And I don't know why I started thinking this, but it was like, it seemed so real at the time. I was trying to justify it. I was like, I don't even know why I thought it. It was like just sort of an intuitive thing. I don't know. It sounds absolutely insane, but I thought about it a little bit. Because at the time in my head, I was at this extremely weird headspace and I didn't even know where I was at. I was just going a little bit crazy. If crazy is the right word, I don't know. And I sat there, I was like, I can't disprove that she's the devil. So, it's possible that she's the devil. And that was my thought process at the time. I was like, I don't know what led me to think it. It was still weird. It's like, I'm gonna try and elaborate on this. We're like almost 18 minutes in, but I'm just gonna keep talking. If you've watched this far, then good on you. I'm making this video mostly for my mental well-being, trying to figure stuff out in my life, trying to find out what message is trying to be brought through here. I can't remember where I was at. Yeah, right. So I thought the philosophy teacher was the devil for whatever reason, and I'm gonna try and explain that now when my back hurts. Okay. So, I see this system as wrong. This whole capitalist system where everything's dependent on money and the economy and power and greed and selfishness and stuff like that. So, because she's sort of fueling a part of the system, which is the education system, which then leads to getting a job, which then leads to wage slavery and things like that. I think that's what maybe subconsciously I linked it to. I don't know why, and I don't perceive any of my other teachers as the devil. Maybe it was just like the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm not sure. And she's not the devil, by the way. I hope. I can't disprove it, but I can't prove it. Like, you can't prove that I'm not the devil. How do you... I'm the devil. Do you believe me? I don't know. We're all the devil. I could say I'm God. Can you disprove that I'm God? Probably. I'm not God. I'm not sure I believe God exists, but I can't disprove it, so I'll just leave it to the Christians and the scientists to conflict about. I feel like keeping on talking even though I'm like 20 minutes in. I might just do it. When we have moments of doubt, like when we say something and we're like, should I have said that? It's like a form of anxiety, isn't it? It's got nothing to do with whether you should say it or not. It's got to do with the fact that you question whether you should say it or not. Because you shouldn't have to question the things you say, should you? And I might actually stop this here and make another video on that topic because why not? Alright, thanks for watching. If you've got this far, leave a like. I heard a click. I don't think anyone's awake, it's okay. I hope I don't woke people up. So if you've watched this far, leave a like, comment and subscribe and yeah, join the journey guys.